Hello everyone and welcome to Club Reaction to Rangers 4, Ross County 0 here on Club at 22, the Rangers podcast. I am Scott Carney, I'm on my own today and unfortunately I did not manage to make it along to Ibrox today. For those of you that watch the channel will know that I have a pretty big thing happening tomorrow, so there was plenty to do today, and since I was off gallivanting in Monaco, as some of you will have seen as well, I thought best to get the to-do list ticked off before tomorrow comes. But yes, I did manage to catch most of the game and enough of the game to bring a reaction to it, and to a game that Rangers have won comfortably, very comfortably. Domestically this season in the league, we've won 6-0 against Ross County, we've won 3-0 against Ross County. Rangers were out overwhelmingly favourites today, going to Ibrox, and yeah, quite rightly so. And yeah, we've kind of responded. I thought Rangers were dominant pretty much the entire 90, and some good goals to beat and a comfortable win. And I think that's all Rangers can really do just now. Domestically, we know what's happening in the league. We know what the state of play is, if you like, in the league. And there's not really much Rangers can do apart from keep winning games. Obviously, it's a making of the situations is our making. It's our fault that we're in the position that we are in due to the way that the first half of the season went. But to all Rangers can do just show up and win football games, and yeah, today we've done that pretty comfortably. Starting 11 today, we've seen John Souttar return to the side, so it was Butland, Tavernier, Souttar, Enciala, Jeffrey, Barron, Raskin, Diomande, Hadji in the front three of Igaman, Dessers and Czerny. So yes, very good to see John Souttar back, and I think at this stage of the season we'll want as many options across the squad fit as we can, because we are obviously through in Europe and we've gained ourselves a little bit two less games to play, if you like, in terms of European competition, by getting to getting finishing top 8 and getting to the last 16, which is a fantastic achievement by Rangers. I know I've not been on since then, and I was generally doing work stuff while I was away in Monaco. It was a work trip, so I didn't manage to catch the game. Only caught the kind of highlights, if you like, with the goals came in on Twitter. It's only when I really got to see them. But look, a fantastic achievement by Philip Clement and the squad to get to the last 16. So yeah, it was a hell of an effort that they put in on Thursday, and for us to win the way that we done today, I think you can give the team massive credit for that. But yeah, as I say, we're still in European competition. We're obviously still in the Scottish Cup, and obviously miracles do happen, but this one seems like it probably very much likely won't, in terms of the league and where we are. And as I say, Rangers right now just have to continue to tick off wins and pick up the points where we can. But yeah, the starting 11, yeah, I was happy to see Souttar back. It's no real shocks in the team for me. A lack of Lovelace on the bench. There's been reports rumoured that he could potentially be leaving the club, so I'll be interested to see what happens with that going forward, because he's a player that I really do like. But we'll have to wait and see what comes of that from the rest of this window. In the game itself, I say Rangers controlled it really, and it took us to 18 minutes to actually take the lead. Though again, great work by Czerny on the right hand side, cutting in on his left. The shots hit at the keeper. The keeper makes a save, and Hadji's the first one to react to tuck it away. Czerny's one that's cropped up in conversation just now, because by all reports, Wolfsburg have got no interest in recalling him, but the price tag seems to be a wee bit out of Rangers' financial plans, if you like. It looks like we might not be able to get into keeping Czerny. In my opinion, Rangers should do as much as they can to try and keep him. I don't think he's the out and out answer, but one thing I love about Czerny is, well, maybe I'm probably being a bit harsh there. One thing I love about him is, even when he's having a poor game, he tends to always be there and make something happen. There'll be a moment in a game that he'll be involved in a goal, he'll create a goal, scoring opportunity, something along those lines, and he's a guy that continuously impresses. I had my doubts about him at first, but now absolutely not, and a guy that I really shouldn't have had my doubts about. I thought he's really has impressed and really kicked on, and I think it's one for the boys that will probably break down during the week and to have a real discussion about him, because I think Rangers should be looking down all avenues about being able to keep him at the club beyond the end of this season. And then Rangers scored again from a free kick. Hadji with a pretty wicked deflection off the wall. Wrong foot's the keeper, goes into the back of the net, but I'm sure Yanis Hadji will be taking it to get his second of the day, which made it 2-0. And then John Souttar gets a goal on his return. Again, from a corner, of all things, of a corner. We scored from a corner. The ball comes in, Raskin, who's seem to be picking up a trend with winning headers, one of the smallest men on the park. I'm all for it if it leads to goals. He gets there first, the header goes towards the kind of back post, and Souttar's there with a very tidy finish to kind of bull it into the top of the net. To make it 3-0, and that's pretty much game all over. It's what you want at Ibrox. It's really what you do want. You a 3-0 win, being 3-0 up, at half time is something that you're always going to take. And it was only one real moment for Ross County in that first half, where Butland was, in fact, pretty much the entire game where Butland was called into action. It was our inability to defend a corner. If we're getting better at being offensive from corners, but we still can't defend corners, I don't know which one we would all prefer. But as I say, the ball came down to the box, the headers won, and it was Butland that gets down to save it, but that was pretty much all Ross County done, pretty much the entire 90, I'm not going to lie, there was nothing much else. Second half, Rangers made a change, Diomande came off and Rice came on. Again, a perfect opportunity for me as well in situations like this. The game's done at 3-0, no disrespect to Ross County. So bring on players like Rice, give them the time, give them the much time as the exposure as they can to the first team, and playing at Ibrox, because it's only going to do him well in the long term. And he's a player that most fans are pretty excited about. We're all pretty excited about seeing more of Rice. So, I'm all for him making substitutions like that. It looked like John Souttar had got his second of the day after I think it was a shot from James Tavernier was spilled by the keeper, and it eventually kind of bounced back to Souttar, who scored to make it 4, but it was ruled off for offside. And then penalty to Rangers. Yes, a penalty to Rangers. No, you heard me correctly. I definitely said it was a penalty to Rangers. Dessers is kind of fouled in the box. He's kind of took out. It was a bit of a late one. Didn't see it initially. When I was watching the game, I didn't see it initially. But after a VAR check, it was deemed to be a penalty. And James Tavernier, due to even with a lack of practice, I'll say, in real time and in game time of penalties, he steps up and calmly puts it in the bottom right hand corner, and it's 4-0. Rangers made, as I say, a number of changes as well. Lawrence came back into the fold. We've seen Barami come on. And we also seen a debut for Fernandes. Again, it's just options for Rangers, really, going forward. We have to be as strong as we can in the competitions that we really have a fighting chance in. And the Scottish Cup's probably the main one. So the more options that we have, the better. We can rest players when we need to. We can rotate the team when we need to. We're at a point now where we're playing some good football. Things are getting better. It looks like it is improving. I don't think there's any doubt that we can say it is. There was no sign of a European hangover, or the cliche that wanted to be thrown to that today. And a comfortable win for Rangers. As I said at the start of the pod, all we can do is just win league games. That's all we can do. It's our own doing that we're in the section that we're in. But a 4-0 win at Ibrox against Ross County, every single one of us will take it. Hard to judge Fernandes for him coming on. He was on for 10 minutes, but again, he's another option, and hopefully we see a wee bit more of him going forward, and he fits in and he makes a bit of an impact. That's what we are hoping for. My man of the match today, I think I have to give it to Enciala. The boy just impresses me. He really does. I think the sponsors gave it to him in the stadium today. They gave it to Enciala in one moment in particular where he kind of got Proper out of jail a little bit after a bit. I think it was Proper or Souttar, I can't remember who it was. One of the other two centre-halves, sorry, I can't remember. They made a bit of a meal of it, and Enciala just kind of picked the ball up, calm, composed, as you like, and just played us back out, got us into possession again. And he's an impressive player, and I would like to continue to see more of him. And he'll be the one he'll be looking about as well. It's Souttar being back. He'll be looking at Fernandes coming into the fold today, and he'll be wanting to make an impression. And he didn't do himself any harm today at all, so I'll give it to him. So yes, this week for me. Big day for me tomorrow. My little girl was entering this world tomorrow, so I'm going to be out for pretty much the rest of this week as things stand. Tuesday night, Club Deck Corner will be live on YouTube, and Nicky's making his return to the podcast. It'll be him and Ross on Tuesday, and we'll sort out things for Friday as well. But there will still be 2 pods this week. But as I say just now, the pod is a massive part of my life, but there's some things that take priority, and I'm sure you all understand that. So I'll be back when I can be, when things settle down a little bit. But as you say, I've got quite a lot on my plate tomorrow, so I'll leave you in the capable hands of the lads. I'm sure they'll be absolutely fine, and they'll look after you just fine. So yes, until I speak to you again, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, all the usual stuff. Say Tuesday night, 8 o'clock, Club Deck Corner live on YouTube. The boys will be back, and I'll speak to you when I speak to you. Thank you for listening to me. Speak to you all very, very soon. We are Club at 22, the Rangers podcast. Cheers, everybody.